Alright, we are back with Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. This is episode number 4, and I've got the answer to the puzzle right in front of me here. So it looks like what we have to do is move this one. Or touch that one, and then touch the blue one. And then touch the red one. And then the yellow one again. You ignore the green. I'll be totally honest, I have no idea how I was supposed to learn that. I'm sure there might have been something I could have found that would have taught me, but I don't like puzzles like that at all. Seal appears closely at the sword, which seems utterly unexceptional to you. Wait, this is... No, it can't be. I know that hilt. Radiance, the sword of the great Yaniel. That's what this is. But it's meant to be in the Tower of Estrad with all the other relics. That's what I heard, at least. Well, of course, this rusted piece of metal must be that very same sword, Camilla rolls her eyes. I think you merely wish that this were the illustrious sword of legend. You don't get it. I've seen this sword 100 times in paintings and in the hands of the Yaniel statue. I even thought of going to Estrad Museum to see the real thing in person. How did it get here? What's so special about it? Now, nothing, I guess, but this sword was legendary in its day. People say that when Yaniel held it, the blade would glow, striking demons left and right. Soldiers would see Radiant's light from afar and take heart, rushing into the fray and winning. But I don't know what's wrong with it now, or how to restore its power. All I can sense is that they made a mockery of it. You're empathizing with an object? Extraordinary. Are all paladins so tender-hearted and sensitive? Kind of, yeah. Okay, she agrees. Sensitive in a way, yes. We're highly attuned to evil and everything wrought by demons. Radiance was in evil's hands, and as a paladin, I can tell you they did nothing good to it. Well, who's Yaniel? No? You've never heard of you've never heard of Yaniel. She's famous all over Golarion. She was a great woman. She was born in Mendev, and when the crusade started, she couldn't sit idly by. She dedicated her life to the crusade. People say she was audacious and spirited. She was always the first into battle, and she never sacrificed other people's lives for a tactical advantage. That's how she's been remembered, as an incredible warrior who seemed to blaze with a righteous fury. In all the images of her, she looks capable of driving all the demons back to the abyss single-handedly. But then something happened between her and her commanders. Maybe they envied her. Maybe there was more to it than that. I don't know. But anyway, she went to the World Wound without her fellow soldiers. And she didn't just survive the mission, she even brought back crusaders she rescued in there. Can you imagine? She died as she lived, with pride. She was one of the people defending Dresden to the very end. That's where she perished. Dresden is a city fortress overtaken by demonic hordes of the World Wound. Don't take this the wrong way, but I really hope she died quickly, a hero's death, because if she didn't, that means she was taken prisoner and had to endure unspeakable horrors. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. You know a lot about Yaniel. Well, this is a stupid question, but I'm going to click it anyway. I suppose you could say that. I've always felt an affinity with Yaniel. I know what it's like to not be what your commanders want you to be. Whenever I used to feel under pressure, I always thought of Yaniel. Maybe some people didn't like how she was, but to the people she pulled out of the World Wound, she was perfect. And to the people she saved on the battlefield, she was incredible. And to those who kept her memory alive, she is a hero. That's what counts. So how could a precise relic end up down here? My cat is like walking around my feet. I've been playing games and now she wants me to pet her. Yaniel disappeared, but by some miracle, Radiance was recovered from the battle. No one else has ever wielded it. It's Yaniel's blade and will always be. That's why it's put in the Tower of Estrad with the other Crusade relics, but now it turns out somebody stole it. I have this weird feeling like I'm rescuing a fellow warrior from a dungeon. We can't just abandon it. Even if it's no use to us, it's no use to anyone down here. But what if it could be repaired? Alright, take it then. Do we have it? Oh, there it is. So it has masterwork in cold iron. So it's the same as hers. Although apparently it's worth only 100 gold. And the one she has right now is worth 200. Use it. Look at that. It's good for her. Well, it was definitely worth coming down here. I actually missed this in my previous playthrough. I missed this entire area. Oh, we don't need that scimitar. Which, is my bad. I totally forgot that that puzzle existed. And I remember looking it up before as well. And again, if you know in the comments, like, where you're supposed to get the answer to that, like, it's very likely in a book somewhere. Maybe one of those books. Maybe I picked it up. Did I? I don't think I ended up picking it up. Oh yeah, Amulet of Natural Armor. Oh, I don't want it on you. I want it on Sela. And it doesn't have that stacking problem. Good. So her armor class is very good. She's definitely going to be our main tank. But her touch is not great. So she can get hit by magic and like gunpowder and stuff like that. She can take damage. Oh, I can loot this guy now. Blood vial, masterwork scimitar. We almost left 100 gold on the floor. Well, there we go. I don't know how I missed it the first time. Or the first time I played this game, I didn't miss it. I was playing it with my wife, and we were very thorough. And actually, I think we were playing. It was either on an easier difficulty or something, but I seem to remember that we killed the water elemental, but not this time. All right, so we're gonna head to the blood room again. We're now gonna be able to go through here, but we are gonna rest. Again, right on these dead bodies. And yeah, I'm fine with this. Looks like we need to rest for the entire 3 days.
You aren't from a noble family, right? You were taught to fight and read prayers, but I can pick a street rat out of a crowd of aristocrats.
Right, and they keep looking at me like I'm about to blow my nose on the curtains, especially the ones whose nightly services don't go any further than marching in parades.
Failed, failed. So there might be some sort of corruption going on that I'm unfamiliar with. And we didn't even get to heal fully. Alright, let's use some more potions. We have 35 of them now. I think we can quite easily heal everybody up with potions. Alright. We're gonna save it. And we're gonna open this door.
Onwards.
Praise Iomade. Oh. That didn't work out for you. Here you are, huddled together like a herd of animals, pitiful monsters, not human or demon. Even tieflings are less effective than you. Are these mongrels? But I, your master, Savamalek, can make you better, stronger. I can satisfy your hunger, starvelings of the dark. Submit to me. No, we are the descendants of crusaders. Trusting a demon would be a betrayal of their memory. Hasilla. Well, who's the next descendant of crusaders who values old legends more than their life? Beasts, monsters, and human guise, reveal your true nature. This is the sweet, wholesome flesh of a righteous Azamar. Who's the Azamar? Was that him? Eat underground crusaders. Eat the flesh of the crusader from above. Find your true strength. Oh, they have wings. Okay. You rush at the demon, but the air seems to grow thicker with every step. You feel like you're watching from underwater as you see the mongrels fall to their knees, one after another, and crawl to the Azamar's body. You hear their fangs tearing through the flesh. You hear the sloshing of blood. You hear the former mongrels snarl like animals, fighting over the most tender and juicy bits of meat. Your companions writhe in agony. One clutches at their head, another doubles over. You feel saliva pool in your mouth. The metallic tang awakens hunger in you. The hunger turns to rage. This winged filth dares to try to bind you to its will. It dares to tempt you with the sweet scent of meat, untainted by corruption. The wretch must die. Die! And still the clarity remains with you. Somewhere deep down, beneath the veil of rage and anger, you sense the light trying to break through. We'll take the angel mythic path. Seize the light hidden within you. By sheer force of will, you master your rage, and almost in response, warmth suffuses you from within. Warmth and joy from a simple realization. You can win. You can save these people. The power of heaven bolsters and guides you. Its light breaks free and, enveloping the mongrels, grants them the gift of blissful oblivion. Lowering your gaze, you see a scarlet stain on your chest. The wound is reopened, and instead of blood pouring forth, you see only radiant light. Get wrecked. The demon convulses its pain when the light reaches him. What are you? Destroy this vermin. Hasilla points at you. He's already wounded. Wenduag, kill! Oh, there's Wenduag. There she is. Wenduag silently emerges from the shadows. I am no longer your slave, Hasilla, but I will gladly kill anyone who pokes their nose in where it doesn't belong.
We will be victorious!
Okay. We will focus Wenduag. You guys focus her. Let's enlarge Sela. You're good. Let's do this, too. Just to start things off. Okay, good. Everyone got that. Oh, Camilla. She's casting her spell. I took damage here. That sucks. We're gonna magic missile Wenduag. Okay. She is at... She's targeting me, so I'm gonna run. And then Camilla is gonna run after this.
Demand your blood.
And you are gonna drink up, or you're gonna use this on yourself. Oh, Wenduag went down very easily. So this should be relatively simple. This is the Hasilla, though. So actually, they have a lot of hit points. Chaotic Evil as well. So you are gonna smite Evil. And you are gonna magic missile your way to the end of this fight. Did that miss? Oh, until the target of... What does this do? A paladin can call out to the evil powers of good to call out to the powers of good to aid her in her struggle against evil. As a swift action, chooses one target to smite. If the target is evil, she adds her charisma bonus to her... Oh, and... Okay, charisma bonus to her attack rolls and her paladin level to the damage rolls. And automatically bypasses damage reduction. Okay. Nice shot there, Lan. She died again? Okay. O mighty Sevamelek, your faithful servant invokes you now. Demons, protect your mistress. Shit. Did you not heal yourself? Do so now. Lan, target this one. Are you down? Camilla, target this.
You are today's sacrifice.
Oh, Camilla just got destroyed. And Sela is feared. That's a good heal. Are you almost dead or what? Almost. Can we cure Camilla? Maybe. Lan, you need to kill this Quasit. What are you anyway? 20 hit points. Holy shit. Okay. This might not go well. Seela's coming back, but we're starting to take damage. We're gonna get that heal off. We just took an attack of opportunity somehow. Or Seela... Oh, she's dead. Death's door. I'm at death's door. Seela is knocked out. We're gonna lose. This happened to me the last time I did this fight. We have to go through that whole thing again. And the same thing happened to me last time. Only, I don't even think I did as much. I didn't have the paladin sword. I didn't have the spells. I didn't even try as hard as I did this time, and I was eventually able to get through it, but again, I wasn't using this crappy sorcerer that I'm committing to. I think I can skip through this somewhat. Alright, let's try again. Alright. Okay, might as well start with the Bless this time. I do believe we should... Oh, I have her on fighting defensively. I should turn that off and drink this potion of large. Okay, Bless did work. She's getting large. I guess we'll large Camilla as well. You're hurt already. Heal. Lan is going to target Wendawag. And actually, the two of you... Yeah, she's feared. Okay, you guys are gonna come over here. That might help. I still want... Oh man, she's hurt. Okay, drink a potion. Alright, she's not as hurt. Her spell didn't work, I guess? So just drink this potion then. Seela, you know what you're doing. Okay, hopefully we'll have a better chance this time. I have a feeling they will all spawn from this side. Yeah, so maybe we can put Camilla on this one. We need to kill the Hostilla. We're gonna target only the Hostilla till it dies. Fuck, of course one is going after his age. But Camilla is gonna go after it.
Did you see that?
Okay. This time the Hostilla is getting smacked. This Quasi has only taken small amount of damage. Let's get it off
You
his age.
won't survive me.
Oh, got majorly smacked. Okay. We just got a little luckier with dice rolls this time, it appears. His age, you are going to switch to fist and claw. Okay, this thing's almost dead. Or, it's actually not almost dead, but it should be. I really don't want to die. We're clawing it out. His age is getting hurt. Stop. This might provoke an attack of opportunity. Just kill it, bro. Jeez, we got it.
Well, are you going to finish me off? It's not exactly unexpected.
What else are we supposed to do with you? You're not just a traitor, you're a monster. The young ones believed you, and you lured them to a demon and watched them eat human flesh.
Azamar flesh, to be fair.
I was trying to make them strong. What have you done for them? What were you doing while I was looking for ways to bring strength to our tribe? You're useless, Lan.
Stupid excuse, in my opinion.
I led by example. I trained. I tried to become stronger so I could go to the surface and maybe do something worthwhile with my stupidly short life. And I will do it. I might be the one to bring our whole tribe to the surface. But you? Why would you want any power that turns you into a monster? These young guys and girls, they trusted you. And they were turned into mindless animals, ready to eat corpses at a demon's command.
I went through the same ritual as them, and I didn't become an animal. I conquered my anger. The anger that has been building and building in every one of us for decades. Unlike you, I have no intention of just lying down and politely accepting death. I will rise above all this, while you'll still be stuck with your pride, chewing on rats.
So you've been serving Seva Melek this whole time?
Better to serve a strong master than to eke out an existence in a dark hole with no hope. I am of the Neethers. Our lives are short, but we are hardier than humans. I realized a long time ago that I was capable of more than this life offered. And I follow whomever is the strongest.
I thought you were better than that. I thought you were proud of your heritage, but you're willing to crawl on your belly before anyone who's even a little bit stronger than you. You're not a mongrel. You're a cave slug. You have no understanding of the meaning of family or tribe.
Oh, so now you think you know everything about me. You're one of the best hunters in the tribe. It benefited me to ingratiate myself with you. So I acted in a way that pleased you.
Why didn't you try to stop us from going inside the maze? You knew we might uncover your secret.
Seva Melek is always in need of new servants. You'd make as good a servant as anyone else, and then... once you'd gone missing in the maze, not even the redoubtable Lan would have dared look for you.
But then why did you come with me to look for the sword?
So I could kill you quietly if you found it and stop you taking it to the village, you idiot. I would have told everyone that you got caught in a cave-in. But then the Uplanders showed up and I had to change my plans.
If it wasn't for those meddling kids. You said you went through the same ritual. Does that mean you ate flesh as well?
Yes. Hosilla found me in the caves. I was lost and hungry. And she offered me a choice. Die as a nobody, or live and gain the power to change everything. Savamelek tore off a piece of an Azimar priestess's thigh. A big, juicy piece. More meat than I'd ever received in the tribe. That was the first time I knew what it was like to be happy. To have a full belly. I swore to myself that it would always be that way. Then the madness and rage took over. I came very close to turning into an animal, no better than the weaklings you saw in the maze. But I am strong. I mastered myself. I brought myself under control. I fell so that I could rise again.
You should have chosen death. Dying's better than living like that.
You're saying I should have died that day, Lan. But then who would have listened to your feeble jokes? Who would have showed you the best caves for hunting? Who would have made you a man?
I don't like that.
I would have been fine without all that. And without you. Your death will make the world a slightly better place, Wenduog.
Kind of getting tired of her, but we'll click this. What did your service to Hosilla entail?
It was simple. I lured those I deemed worthy into the maze. To the rest, I told stories of the horrors of the maze, making them stay away. It all hung in the balance when the cave walls shuttered, and many of the young ones decided that the time of their great exodus had come. I had no doubt that Hosilla would dispatch a dozen young Neathers easily. But what would become of the maze if all the tribes poured in? So when Lan ran off looking for the Angel's sword, I went after him. Not to help him, but to make sure that the sword never reached Neathholm. It's a pity that you got involved and stopped me from killing him. But then again, the evening gong has not yet been struck.
You sicken me.
Let's inspect the wound on our chest. The bleeding deep wound on your chest is gone, like it was never there in the first place. The skin is totally smooth and unmarred.
It's gone. It was just there, and now it's gone. It's gotta be some kind of demonic trickery. You need to have a cleric look at that.
Well, look, there's a typo here. You need to have a cleric look at that.
If he had been marked by the Abyss, do you think some nobody priests will be able to help? No, the demons have branded this Uplander. And judging by the smell of his blood pouring from his chest, the demons will be able to find him wherever he goes. And they'll find you too, Lan.
Okay. I guess that's a little bit of plot exposition, so the demons can sense our blood from our wound. We're gonna attack her.
You're all bark and no bite. Farewell, Uplander. Next time I won't spare you.
Excuse me? Okay, this is something I hate in, like, many video games. Or even movies, where, like, we already killed her. In fact, it looked like she died twice. But instead, now she just gets to run away. And she's saying we're all bark and no bite, even though I just chose the bite option. Oh, at least he's trying to shoot at her, but... Can't kill her too easily, I guess.
She's gone. But next time, she won't get away. Damn it, Wendu. Why'd you have to go and... Anyway, there's no point crying over spilt milk. Give me a couple of minutes. I'll bring the chief and the rest. I need to clear my head.
There still is a water elemental down below, by the way. Level 8. Better be careful. I left all the doors open. Chief Saul appears flanked by mongrels. The journey has taken its toll on him. His breath is labored and sweat is dripping from his bloated face. What is this? And Nevia gives a low whistle. Well, I'll be damned. Turns out old Hullrun isn't crazy as we all thought. There really were demons down here. I should have listened and sent a patrol down here, damn it. Horgus's lips curl in distaste as he tries to keep his distance from the unconscious mongrels. Yeah, you said you were in charge of a reconnaissance for Eagle Watch, Anivia. How could you miss a nest of demons beneath Canabras? Yeah, right, like it wasn't enough that I sniffed after every damn shadow of the city. Everybody knows the stories about the demons living beneath the streets of Canabras. Those tales are as old as the Crusades themselves. I messed up, but you fixed my mistake, so thanks. How's the leg? Better than yesterday, worse than the day before. I'm not gonna die, don't worry. This place must be burned with holy flames. The place is overrun with demons, but that's not the worst part. WotR, she's been working for the demons all this time, luring the young, strong mongrels into the maze. We might still be able to save these ones. They can't get any stupider, that's for sure, but they might be meaner than they were before. I suppose all teenagers and monsters are monsters in their own way. Lan, we don't waste words on people who don't listen to the tribe. You act the fool, you suffer the consequences. WotR, how could she? She deceives them and then left. What's to become of us? Chin up, Chief. The kids you rescued are safe now. The demons are gone and the traitor's been dealt with. All's well that ends well, I say. You need to look after the young mongrels. I don't know what they'll be like when they come to, but look after them, Chief. They went through something horrific today. Not everybody is capable of enduring something like that. It will change them forever. As long as they can hunt, the rest can wait. Uplander and you, Lan, you saved them. Only the gods can salvage their souls, but we are a tribe. We will think of something. And when they're stronger, they can go up to the surface. The time has come. Yeah, it's time to get out of here. Chief, I think I'm going to lead our visitors to the surface, and then I'm going to keep going. Something interesting is happening out there in the world. Maybe it's my chance to do something more useful than skinning cave rats. Humph, you never were one of us. You always looked up. You think I don't see these things? Our life is not for you. You must go. But where? Where is the way out? Beats me, but these beasts got down here somewhere. He searches Husila's body and shows you some papers and a key. I don't know what these documents are, but I'm sure this key will come in handy. Anevia's eyes quickly skim over the letter. Oh, we should read this. Savamelek, this is my last warning. You need to act discreetly without attracting any more attention than you already have. People are already talking about the strange disappearances of Canabra's most righteous men. Keep below ground, nurture your mongrel pets, and wait patiently. The call to battle will come soon, or will soon come, and it will sound loud and clear, even down there in the catacombs. Gather your warriors immediately after that, and bring them to the surface, and lead them to the Tower of Estrad. This tower will be my final dagger, and I shall plunge it into the guts of Canabras. Our vicious servant Faxon made the tower his base of operations several months ago, taking command over the Templar forces in Canabras while the Grand Master was distracted by other matters. Faxon has already gathered a stash of weapons, potions, and other useful supplies, which he will gladly share with you if needed. If he behaves himself, you two should combine your forces. If not, just take his stupid little head off his shoulders and take command yourself. Mistress Minago. Okay, we're probably going to hear about Faxon at some point, and Minago. Those cheeky sons of... This is all the information on the cultists in the city. Their meeting places, passwords, their secret hideouts. I think we should show this to whoever's in charge of Canabras right now. As soon as we get back to the surface, we'll find out what's what. Oh, we can loot these guys. Potions and scrolls. Another masterwork glaive or a magic glaive. Marching Terror. Whenever this +1 glaive lands a hit on a new enemy for the first time, the target receives negative damage. 1d6 negative damage. I don't even know what that means. It's worth 1,000. Is this the way out? That does look like a way out, yeah, and it's not over here.
Let's move.
This is a cool feature of the Pathfinder games. Kingmaker did this as well. Before you leave an area totally, if you forgot to loot something, you can look back and pick up anything you might have forgotten. I feel like we're pretty okay.
While the survivors wander the dungeons, the battle on the surface rages on. The warriors of Canabris are trying to defend the Wardstone, but their strength is flagging. Their resistance is valiant, yet it will all be in vain if no one rises up to turn the tide.
Surface, finally. I missed fresh air so much. What's in here? Obviously we gotta loot. People are still fighting up there, we can hear it. Porgus is wigging out. Oh, good timing. The half-orc before you, wearing armor adorned with Iomede's golden swords, I just said swords by accident, swords, is clearly exhausted. She obviously hasn't gotten much sleep over the last few days. There's soot on her face and fresh blood on her sword. Her hazel eyes are hard and focused, and her firm voice sounds accustomed to giving orders. She sizes you up, surprised, judging whether you are friend or foe, and opens her mouth to ask you something, but freezes when she spots Enevia. She mentioned her wife earlier.
By the goddess, Nevi, I'd almost lost all hope.
Everything's fine, Beth. I'm here. I'm here. This here's a new friend. He rounded up those of us who survived the fall and led us up to the surface. Without him, we'd never have made it out. Let me introduce you to my wife, Erebeth Tirabade, head of the Eagle Watch.
Until the army arrives, I'm the temporary warden of Canabris. And you're just in time. As you can see, we're in the middle of a battle. And thank you for getting Enevia out of there.
Where are we?
The Grey Garrison. Until recently, it served as barracks for the Crusaders. But it's now been taken over by cultists.
And what is the target of this battle?
When the demons attacked the city, their main target was the Wardstone. I trust I don't have to explain to you what the Wardstone is and how important it is to the Crusaders. We must retake it at any cost, or the fall of Canabris will be the beginning of the end of the Crusades, and with them, the rest of the world. I see that you had a difficult journey to the surface. You need to rest. But there's a lot riding on this battle. I have no right to command you, but I'm asking you to help us.
Well, we got a lot to say. So I have important information about the location of a cultist den.
Very good. Report to me in full when we get back to the Defender's Heart. It's our temporary headquarters. Right now, the most dangerous cultists are here. The ones occupying the Grey Garrison.
We met some mongrels who live beneath Canabris. This is Lan.
Most people in Canabris think that the children of the first Crusaders are simply a legend. Other people say that the day you emerge on the surface heralds the start of the end of the world. I'm not superstitious, but the situation is apocalyptic, all right. Having a living legend on our side can't hurt.
Come on, living legend? A walking folktale, maybe? I just need to make sure I don't turn into a running joke.
What's the situation in the city?
The city's gone. Most of the defenders, including the Dragon Terendelev, fell in the first few hours. The civilians either fled or died in the chaos. The place is overrun with cultists and demons.
Don't talk like that.
Canabres hasn't fallen. Not while it still has defenders like you and me.
Sweet words don't change the grim truth.
No, she's right. Thank you, Knight. Until we no longer have the strength to hold a weapon, until Iomedae abandons us, we will fight for Canabres.
Okay. Tell me about the Ward Stone. Why is it so important?
The Ward Stones are a gift of Iomedae. Created personally by her herald, a mighty angel, and a general of the celestial armies. The Ward Stones keep the world wound from expanding. They stand along the border of the territory controlled by the demons, creating a barrier to keep them inside. The Canabres obelisk was the first to be placed. It is the key to the whole barrier. We cannot leave it in the hands of those monsters from the abyss.
So how did the Ward Stone end up in the Grey Garrison?
The demons have long laid siege to Canabres, but this time, their lord Discari appeared in the flesh. He ripped the Ward Stone from the ground and hurled it halfway across the city to here. I thought the stone was destroyed, but it seems all is not lost, yet. Discari has gone, but the Ward Stone is surrounded by a horde of those creatures. What are they going to do to it? Nothing good, that's for certain.
But how did he do that? He's a demon! The Ward Stone should have burned his filthy hide!
It should have. But what happened, happened. We don't know why.
Alright, let's not waste any time. To battle!
That's the spirit! You, take a Navia to the rear. The rest of you with me.
That stupid locust. I'm not prepared for this.
He's muttering. That stupid one. You hear labored breathing interspersed with disgruntled muttering. Horgus is holding his rapier hilt in a white-knuckled grip. A bead of sweat trickles down from his temple.
Lord Horgus Gwyrm, forgive me. I did not realize we had civilians among us. My people will escort you somewhere safe. To the extent that anywhere in Canabres can be said to be safe right now.
That's right. Fighting spirit is the one thing that we've got plenty of. Actual fighting power, that's not so great. Fighting know-how, even worse. But fighting spirit, at least we're rich in that.
For Iomedae! For the Queen! Kill the beast!
Soldiers inspired by her cry rush into battle with renewed vigor. Okay. First, though, anything we can loot? What's behind here? Door won't budge. Alright. What's this? Oh, okay.
Follow me.
It's auto-pausing every time we see a new enemy. There's a lot. We could do this. Wow. We just destroyed everybody. Hold on, there's tons of loot there, lady. Just wait. Masterwork scythe. And glaives. You know how it is.
March on.
Wait, I guess we can't open this. Sealed with magic. Pick this lock. Hey, hey. Hide, quartz, money, inflict light wounds, and spiral shell. Alright, let's go upstairs.
Onwards.
Come on, Lane. Alright, maybe we can go this way. Oh, is this the Ward Stone? Hey, I know you. So you're one of these cultists? How's it going, pal? Want to join? Your lot will be dead soon, but we'll be alive. I can't. Come on, leave these losers. The Crusades are over. Soon the demons will rule the whole world. Here goes nothing. All hail Baphomet. Cowardly traitor, I swear on the sword of Iomedae you will answer for that. I'm gonna put us here. Why does that say 1 plus 16 for my health? I have 1 hit point. Oh, I get it. I'm gonna just fight these guys on this side. You use that. And actually, enlarge Sela. Sela will fight defensively and tank. I'm going to Burning Hands everything. Okay, that was good.
I'm wounded.
Oh shit, I'm wounded. Back up. Okay, down I go. Lay hands on yourself. You're gonna cure my light wounds. Good. And then I'm gonna use my wand on myself. Wow, she's taking so much damage. Even though she's fighting defensively.
I'll just sit here.
Okay.
Don't worry about me.
No, okay, I forgot that I took off his, that's why this is happening. Damn it. Okay, this is not going well.
Performance is lacking. You are lacking.
Did he just go down again, or? Oh no, her heal light wounds didn't do enough. Amazing. I don't think there's any way to force a potion into his mouth. So I think we just wait. She can drink a potion though.
So this is how it feels.
Alright, everybody good? Lots more loot. I'm gonna leave these scythes for now because I think I'll be able to pick them up later.
I tire of waiting.
Oh, he failed. Oh, he failed again. Come on. Jeez, let's go, dude. Can we save? Yeah. Alright, we'll save here. I imagine we can't open this. Locked.
Let us be off.
To the 3rd floor. Okay, we're on medium, so we can still pick these up. I missed that one. Glaive. Glaive. Once we finally can sell things, just imagine all the money we're gonna make. Good.
What's this? Do we have guests? Just in time. The place is a bit of a mess, and I haven't even poured the blood into the goblets yet. Why don't you... Oh!
So this is Minago. We saw a letter written by her earlier.
What an unexpected surprise! Staunton, my little sweetheart. Long time no see. I've missed you so much. Have you missed me? Admit it. You missed me terribly.
Minago. You again, you wench!
Oh, we got a portraited dwarf here. He could be a party member, maybe.
Minago, the one who... Be careful. She's one of the deadliest creatures in the whole demon horde. She was once responsible for a massacre in Canabris. She must be back to finish what she started.
Staunton, do you know this demon?
Does he know me? Staunton, darling. Tell them all how close we were.
That wench? She's the one who led me astray. She's the reason my life has gone to the abyss. She's the reason why Dressen fell.
Oh my, like butter wouldn't melt. What I remember is how eagerly you would run to our trysts, how you begged to see me again, how you promised you'd do anything I asked. By your own free will, you said this. And now you claim that Dressen fell because of me. No, my dear. That was entirely your own doing.
I'll beat your lying lips into your filthy throat!
Now, Staunton, don't say things like that. Not about these lips, the ones you kissed so sweetly. Staunton, dearest, don't you love me anymore? Remember how good we were together? I was so hoping that we could patch things up.
I feel like this would have gone a little better if we had Staunton in our party. Right now we don't even really know who he is.
I'll kill you!
But he could have been a very helpful party member during the dungeon, and then now, after we know him a little bit, we learn this about him.
Yet another obstacle.
Oh, fuck, here we go. Okay, we can't even target her. He's got his bow out, so does he. Use your spirit enhancer. You don't have to keep fighting defensively. You can charge in on this guy. Oh, see ya. Yeah, I probably should do that.
I'll just sit here.
Jeez.
Don't worry about me.
We do need to bring her back. She has taken major damage. I love how she has like blood all over her face. Okay, use that potion. Use another one. I think he failed his heal.
So this is how it feels?
Did you fail again, or are we just waiting? I think it failed again. Okay. $48 damage? What? Oh, we got a critical hit. Okay. Alright, well, I guess we're not raising those guys. We're just gonna keep running up here. Oh, they already got up. Okay. What are we doing? Going over here? As soon as you step into the chamber, your vision seems to darken and your knees buckle. You struggle to keep your balance. The air in here is laden with the power coming from the stone. Suddenly your head is filled with voices, screaming, whispering, cackling, threatening voices, pleading for help, shrieking curses and taunts. You blink and the illusion passes.
Congratulations. You made it all the way here. This is it. Your precious wardstone. But what are you planning to do now, I could kill you where you stand, but wouldn't it be nice if you could die in battle like heroes? No. I want you to die in despair, scrabbling around like rats in the blighted ruins of your city, blind and broken, your flesh scabbed and seeping, and every moment knowing precisely what was done to you.
Sounds terrifying, except that's how we've been living for generations.
There isn't a soul that can resist the temptations of the abyss. Even a stone can be turned. I'm not joking. Your precious wardstone, weakened from the injury inflicted by Discari, has almost succumbed to my charms. Soon the whole barrier around the world wound, the gift of your useless goddess, will be a weapon of the abyss. Just a little more and boom. Every city with one of these eyesores stuck in the middle of it, from Canabras to Neurosian, will turn into smoking craters, and all the mortals into red sludge beneath our hooves. So you have a choice. Especially you, my pet. Kiss me on my dainty hoof. Pledge your loyalty to Baphomet. And when the world falls, its ruins shall be yours.
Who are you?
You've already forgotten me. You mortals have awfully short memories. Even shorter than your little lives. Staunton, sweetums. Don't you want to introduce me to your friends properly? No? Well, I'd better do it myself. I am Minago, Lily II and faithful servant of Baphomet, and leader of his armies. The city is mine now. I'm just starting to settle in, get things just how I like them. But once I'm finished, I promise you, the results will be simply to die for.
So Lilitu is a different type of race. She looks like a tiefling, but this is probably even more demonic.
And And it was such a charming little place until you sullied it with your presence. It had such lovely boulevards, quiet and shaded. You took those away from me, and I shan't forgive you for that.
They've done much worse things than spoil the promenades. All the people they've killed.
Yes, of course, you're right. I grieve for the common folk as well.
Restricted by mythic path. Throughout the game, you'll occasionally encounter colored options marked as associated with a specific mythic path. These are dialogue branches that embody the spirit of a particular manifestation of mythical powers. In the earlier stages of the game, these options must be selected in order to gain the opportunity to set out on the corresponding mythic path. Once your mythic path is set, unique alternatives inaccessible to other mythic paths will become available. Well, we'll do that in a minute, but what are you doing to the stone?
Well, quite what am I doing to it? Probably the same thing I did to many of your comrades. Sweetly and tenderly persuading it to abandon the mortals and join our side.
Prepare to fight to the death, demon! We won't let that happen.
You feel a sudden rush of wild rage, and it comes with a feeling of monstrous, unbridled, destructive power. It's like the power you felt in the shield maze when you were confronting Sevela Melek, but now it feels more fully fledged. Oh, we're gonna be good. Your victory celebrations are a little premature, demon. I may be a level 2 sorcerer, but I have this plot armor. Echoing the holy flame erupting from your hand, the light also gets brighter and brighter until it floods the chamber. You hear the voices again, stronger now. They repeat your words like a choir of angels.
Hey, no eyes! Didn't you tell us that heaven had turned its back on us and no one would come to our aid?
Don't listen to her. The fiend wants us to lose all hope. She won't succeed.
I'm done with this shit! I only followed this hoofed menace because I thought the Crusaders had it, and there was no other way to protect my family. But now I see that there is hope. I won't bow before these heinous idols ever again. If they kill me, at least I'll die a decent death.
Yes! Return to our side, friends! Have courage! We will welcome you back. And heaven never abandoned you, no matter what this deceiver told you.
Turncoat, I'll cut out your heart.
We'll see how tough you really are. We let you frighten us once, but it won't happen again.
We are the light. They are the darkness.
More battles with our strongest melee fighters, very weak. I feel like we're supposed to just die here, to be honest, but alright. I understand the timing of this video as well. Once again, we are pushing the timing late, but it must be done to get through this. We have no spells or anything. Just use this on somebody. Yeah, there she goes.
This is how it feels.
Minago deals 28 damage with a fireball. She just casted a fireball at her feet and did damage to everything around her. Only the plot armored characters are still alive. Oh, she's also dead. Are we just gonna lose? Can we just kill this cultist? Okay.
That's it. I'm tired of playing around now. You want to know what will happen when I'm done with the ward stone? Here's a little demonstration.
The demoness whispers a spell, and a wave of darkness sweeps through the chamber. Your companions wince in pain, even though they're already all knocked out. But it is nothing compared to what you feel. Our pain is worse. Thousands of voices once again burst into your mind, drowning you in their moans, screams, and sobs. Pain rocks through your skull. Your evil spells won't stop a righteous army.
Iomedae is with us!
How'd you say that? You're unconscious.
Yes, yes. Keep telling yourself that.
The roar of voices blends into an unbearable wall of screaming. Your vision goes dark.
Praise Iomedae, you woke up. Healing your wounds was easy, but you were unconscious for so long I was starting to worry we'd lost you.
What happened?
We couldn't stand up to the demoness. Her spells were too strong. It's all right. We'll handle it somehow. You blacked out, but Staunton and I managed to get you here to the Defender's Heart. It used to be a tavern, but now it's our headquarters. We're gathering our forces here, and we're preparing to strike back.
I don't know how we managed to get out of that, but okay. We're gonna clear out this conversation, then we're gonna be done. So I found a cultist dispatch in the dungeons. It seems they are holed up in the Tower of Estrad.
Demons have been filling Canabras with their spies and infiltrators for a long time. Unfortunately, I don't have enough people to attack the place right now. At least not blindly. I'd be grateful if you snuck in there and scouted out the situation. But just scouting. Don't be a hero.
Okay, we got a new quest. What's the situation in the city?
Bad, but not hopeless. We're constantly getting news, and new sources of resistance keep springing up in the districts where everyone seemed to be dead. The survivors are gathering here. You should see them. Their faces, their eyes burning with determination. The city is destroyed, but our resistance is not broken. We will keep fighting.
What do you plan to do next?
You heard what the demon said. They're going to desecrate the Wardstone and blow up the whole barrier around the World Wound. That would be an even worse disaster than the World Wound's expansion before the Second Crusade. Not only Canabras, but every city with a Wardstone will be destroyed, including the capital. We can't allow that no matter what. We will retake it, even destroy it if we must. Iomedae's gift must not become a weapon of the Abyss.
What about the Wardstone?
The Wardstones are a gift of Iomedae. Created personally by her herald.
Didn't we
a
hear this
mighty
exactly?
angel and a general of the Celestial armies. The Wardstones keep the World Wound from expanding. They stand along the border of the territory controlled by the demons, creating a barrier to keep them inside. The Canabras obelisk was the first to be placed.
Yeah, we heard this exact
to the
thing.
whole barrier.
Okay.
First of all, we need to decide what to do with the stone once we get it. What I'm about to say is classified. A traveler came to the city recently. A blind elf calling himself the Storyteller. He insisted he be allowed to examine the Wardstone, and he raised the alarm when his study was finished. Even before the demon attack, he had found some damage or flaw in the stone. Prelate Hulrune dismissed his words as nonsense, borderline blasphemy. But between you and me, the prelate's opinion isn't worth much. I think the Storyteller knew what he was talking about. We could use his advice right now, if only we knew where he was. I remember the Storyteller spent a lot of time talking to Staunton, a dwarf from my unit. You saw him during the demon attack. The elf asked him about the history of the Crusades. Maybe the Storyteller told Staunton something about where we could find him if anything happened. There's another problem. After the attack, the demons began to gather their forces at the Grey Garrison. It'll be even harder to take them with a head-on assault. But I once heard soldiers talking about a secret entrance to the garrison. Trouble is, I have no idea where to look for it. While you explore the city, please keep your eyes open, in case you find something we can use. And one last thing. The Eagle Watch has lost a lot of soldiers recently. Some were killed, but others simply haven't been seen since the attack. In the chaos that is now Canabras, it's next to impossible to confirm anything for sure. One of the missing fighters is Janna Aldori. A new recruit in the Watch. She got along well with Sela, and she often went drinking with her. I honestly thought Sela and Janna had died together. But now Sela's returned with you, and there's no sign of Janna. If you learn anything of her whereabouts when you're out in the city, please report back.
Okay, everything is
May the
clear.
goddess help you. We're still fighting, which means that Canabra still hasn't fallen. If you come across any groups in the city that can fight, send them here to the Defender's Heart. We'll need every fighter we can muster for the final assault. Yes, one more thing. If you're in the area, check out this address. It's our house. Mine and Anevia's. Well, it was our house. If the building is still standing, open the hidden compartment in the kitchen. It's filled with supplies for a rainy day. You can take whatever you find. You have more need of it.
Okay, are we allowed to save? Good. Alright, we're going to save it here. That was a lot. Most of my episodes will not be this long, but it's just dumping all the story on us now. We're finally out of, like, the tutorial and into the kind of main game. So from what I can gather, you know, we have this, like, demon lady who is trying to work for Baphomet. She's trying to turn the Wardstone against the Iomedae and the good people so that she can use it to take down the barrier, and all the demons will come in and it'll just be game over. We're going to do what we can to stop that in the next several episodes, but thanks so much for watching, and we will see you then.